Good morning. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about who we are as Wittgenstein, how we're helping our customers along their road to safety, of course, with their embedded technologies, and of course we'll be talking about SAFERTOS. So what is SAFERTOS? SAFERTOS is a real-time operating system built from the ground up for functional safety, relying on principles of determinism, reliability, compactness, and speed. It is based on the familiar functional model of FreeRTOS to enable easy migration for engineers that are moving from one to the other. It's been independently certified by TÜV to a variety of different standards, which is something that we still do to this day. So who are we at Wittgenstein High Integrity Systems? We are a software provider based in the UK, and we've been providing safety critical software to customers globally for many years now. We are part of the wider Wittgenstein Group, based out of Germany, a $500 million company that specializes in mechatronic drive systems. Last year, we were honored to be the recipients of the King's Award for Enterprise, specifically in the category of exports, showing what a strong and trusted presence we are globally to our customers and in the safety industry in general. As you can see, our managing director, Andrew, is meeting the King there at Windsor Castle, and also the King's Lord Lieutenant came to our office to present it, which was, again, a great honor. Okay, so where do most of our customers start? As we started with FreeRTOS. FreeRTOS was actually created by Richard Barry whilst he was an employee of Wittgenstein back in 2003. We were the owners of the software up until 2016, when it was purchased by Amazon Web Services, who now employ Richard Barry and with whom we have a strategic partnership. Okay, so as I mentioned, most of our customers do start with FreeRTOS, and SAFERTOS is built on the same functional model. It's designed to have a very similar API, and the migration path is designed to be extremely simple. In fact, we can actually summarize the entire process in one fairly short booklet, again, designed to make the process a matter of days rather than weeks or months, as it might be if you were migrating from a completely different background software. If you want to try out SAFERTOS for yourself, we have a range of free binary demos on our website, which last for 8 hours and are supported on a number of different platforms. So you are welcome to go and download those at any time. We can also offer a full source code 30-day evaluation. If this is something that you are interested in, please get in contact with us and we'd be happy to provide. So moving on to SAFERTOS. How was it created? So we took Richard Barry's FreeRTOS, subjected it to a HAZOP, identified all the key areas of weakness, areas of non-determinism, unreliability, unused code, etc. And then we built SAFERTOS off of this analysis from the ground up for functional safety. So yeah, why use SAFERTOS? It is customized software for your processor and compiler combination. It comes with our design assurance pack, which includes all of the artifacts, evidence, testing results, etc. that you would need in order to certify SAFERTOS for your application for whichever standard you require. Okay, so how is SAFERTOS licensed? With your license, you'll receive the full source code, software test harness, and our design assurance pack. Again, this is your golden bullet towards getting certified. With all of the evidence provided there, you need not do any further testing, any further verification for SAFERTOS to acquire your certification. We support the MPU as a standard, which is extremely important for spatial separation between tasks. And we also deliver SAFERTOS with a demo application for your selected processor and compiler combination, which you can use as a foundation for developing your own application. So how does the licensing model work? Again, so SAFERTOS is licensed to a specific processor and compiler combination for use in one final end product. If you wish to use SAFERTOS with that processor and compiler combination in multiple products, you can upgrade to a multi-product license. And if you wish to use it in multiple development units, say in different divisions within your business for multiple products, we then offer a corporate license for larger businesses. SAFERTOS is very agnostic to tool chains and processor support. As you can see, we do partner with multiple compiler providers, but we can support all common tool chains. So this is very much customer driven. All we need to know from you is which compiler you plan to use with which processor. Although we do not certify the compiler of your choice, we do verify its output in our testing to confirm that the compiled code is doing exactly as it is designed to do in the source code. So no further certification of that is required for SAFERTOS. Okay, so here's a little map of the purchasing path, right from when you first inquire with us all the way to when you eventually have SAFERTOS and your application certified. So we'll go through this step by step. Okay, so it tends to start with an initial inquiry. You come to us and you say you're interested in SAFERTOS. At that point, we do need to know a few details in order to provide you with pricing. So which processor and compiler do you require? What kind of product are you planning to develop, and to which standard do you need it to be certified? What kind of license model do you need? Once we have this information, we can determine the level of work and engineering effort that is required, and we can then move on to providing you with pricing. So at this point, we will provide you with a quote for SAFERTOS in the license model of your choice, for the processor and compiler combination that you require, for the certification that you require. Along with this, we'll provide you with our license agreement for internal legal review. So once we have the required information, we can provide you with our quote. Unlike some companies, we are very transparent with our pricing up front. So we can provide you with the cost for your chosen processor and compiler combination for SAFERTOS for the certification that you require. Along with this, we will provide you with our license agreement for your internal review as well. Once we've received your purchase order and the signed license agreement, we can begin development. The first stage of this process is to develop our DCR, which is our development code release. So this is designed to be prototype code so that you can get started developing with SAFERTOS as soon as possible, and you don't have to wait for the final package. Although there will likely be some minor differences between the DCR and your final package, these are usually internal, and as you can see, there is almost never a difference in the API. So this should not affect your development work. Okay. Along with the DCR, you will receive a demo application. So this will serve a couple of purposes, demonstrating the functionality of SAFERTOS and providing a reference design, as I mentioned earlier, that you can build upon for your own application. This should be treated as prototype code, although there should be minor, if any, differences between the DCR and the final package. This is something to bear in mind whilst you develop using the DCR. Once we've delivered the DCR, we can then move on to our testing and verification work. So this is where we come up the other side of that V diagram. We're taking that code, we're testing and verifying each line of it, and we're producing the documentation and certification artifacts that will go into the design assurance pack. And this is what you will then go on to use to get certified for your chosen standard. At this point, the version of the compiler, as long as several of the settings will be fixed, as again, due to the nature of functional safety, it is very specific to which version and settings of the compiled code we use. So as I said, all of this is working towards the final package, which is your design assurance pack. So this will contain the results of all of that testing that we've done, all the verification. It will also contain your safety manual, which tells you best practice for using SAFERTOS in accordance with your safety certification. Okay, and as I said previously in the presentation, at this point there is no further work that you need to do in terms of SAFERTOS in order to have it certified. All you need is your design assurance pack provided by us, and this will be sufficient for your certifying body to certify SAFERTOS within your application. It's worth mentioning that we have a 100% success rate with certification for SAFERTOS. We've never had a customer fail to get their certification. If you would prefer, rather than having SAFERTOS certified along with your application, you would rather SAFERTOS came to you pre-certified by TÜV, we can provide this as an additional service. All you have to do is request it during our initial discussions. It's worth mentioning also that we do independently do this of our own accord to make sure that our processes are still up to date and that we're acting ourselves in accordance with the certifications that we support. So, support and maintenance. Included with your license purchase is 12 months of free support and maintenance. This begins as soon as we deliver your first code dump, so the DCR, meaning you have support from the moment you start developing with SAFERTOS. This is provided via our online help desk and our expert engineers who will be able to help you with any issues that you have. Thank you very much. If you are able, please scan the QR code there and you can find out much more and much more detail about SAFERTOS, about Wittgenstein and about your road to safety.